what he does. Oh my goodness! What do we got here?
Oh, front flip, Captain Morgan.
Oh, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Is that how the game is set?
Speaking of double backflips.
Yes! What on earth?
The moon booter. We'll throw a little no-hander flip. First gear. Second gear. Third gear. Hey, get her in. And land. Oh, stretch it out. Grab the balls and land. Woo!
His own worst critic has done great things for his career. Let's see what he does. Oh my goodness! That is a dead body. I mean, to have that kind of trust in your shoulder.
Feet over the bars and just watch where he puts his body into position on this. I mean, he's completely parallel over the bike right. I guess at that point, then the backflip, you're under the bike for all intents and purposes. But I mean, it doesn't get any better looking than that when it comes to a dead body flip.
I mean, that is as textbook as it could possibly be.
No, attempt number 2 for William Vandenpute.
And
what? You're absolutely correct.
Shout out Matt Hoffman for inventing the candy bar.
Brian Blyther would have been very, very happy of that assessment if he was listening to the show right now. Look at this!
Oh, that is cool. That's good style, right?
You're holding on to a 250-pound, you're not even holding on to it. It's resting against the underside of your left boot.
Yeah, so your 2 big toes on your left foot is holding 250 pounds of a motorcycle.
Coming off with here, jump number 2.
See variation, it's going to be a cliffhanger flip. Look how long.
The no-hander lander was kind of a last minute. By the way, on this trick, he was the first ever to land a cliffhanger flip to dirt.
Yeah, I mean, if that says anything about it. Imagine hooking your tippy toes to your handlebars, throwing your hands over your head, blind landing for the majority of it. But look how long he has to think about this. That's where the danger comes in. When you think too much in this sport, you react. And those reactions, usually move it with your wrists. Good luck. What do we got here?
Oh, the front flip, Captain Morgan.
Make me laugh. I love you, Duffy. It's called the Captain Morgan.
Look at where he's at before he goes in. Did you ever think that you would see someone try to just clown themselves in front of the crowd in the middle of a front flip? That's where we're at. That front flips have become so controlled that you can do that. You can put 1 foot on the bars, 1 foot in the seat, your hands on your hips, and look over at people and make Bilko Williams from Australia up first.
That is the moon booter, and that is a big trick he has a lot of time doing. Backflip. Look at the wind. No one's talked about the wind at all. Not one of these riders. I think it's maybe one of those elephant in the room kind of things.
I was going to say, it's like Fight Club. You don't talk about it. The minute you bring it up, it's to the seat. Do we call it jet ski takeoff? What is Davey Johnson bringing to the party here at the Utah Motorsports Campus?
Sam Decade! See, Sam Decade! That was cool! What kind of crazy circus mechanism does he have on that fluid? How?
Watch where he takes off right here.
What on earth is going on here?
We call that a decade in the BMX world right there when you swing yourself around the head tube of your BMX bike, but I don't know what the moto guys are going to want to call it. Either way, Josh Sheehan.
What are you going to do?
That's what I thought. Oh, is he going to get it out? Well, and you're all tangled up with it.
Flip number 1. So you have to now take your feet, put them to the ground. Yep. So your wrists are not holding all the weight. Now you have to get your feet back on the pegs and then crank that second flip around, because if you don't, it's going to be a rough night. And here's where the problem is, just a little under-rotated. The suspension tried to take it. There's nothing he can do. The headshot to remind you you're alive.
Power for attempt number 2 for Adam Jones.
Whoa, double grab! Oh, did he almost loop out? Adam Jones taking breaths away. Adam's going to give you extension. Adam's going to give you some of the biggest tricks you are ever going to see, and that's day in, day out in his sleep. He works harder than anybody else. Like I said, he does not like this ramp. His trick repertoire is gigantic only. And front flip, Christ air, yo! Well, that was a thing of beauty. Absolutely want to see. So he snaps off that lip, right? Takes his heels, cranks it back, and watch his head. That's all the difference. The fact he can get 100% for that 90-degree up and down aerial. I mean, there was no lack of extension. I mean, last year he tweaked his body just a hair. This is definitely an events company, and we're doing events. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
He just kind of stomps his handlebars. What a ride that was.
So it's a
again, it's a joke trick, but done at this level, I love it. I love action sports. I don't
know if we can say that, because there's nothing joking about throwing yourself into a front flip with a 250-pound motorcycle underneath. I ever saw him do a double backflip and bounce and get up like it was nothing. And speaking of double backflips,
yes! Here. rider than Josh Sheehan.
It's crazy. He gets into that first rotation. He's still coming all the way around for it. Hands are off. He extends it, hangs onto it, gets back to the bars, and then yanks for that second rotation. But it doesn't even look like he's working hard for it. It's just
soft-spoken, very nice. You get him on a motorcycle, he does this. Whoa!
Talking about the extension that we mentioned with Adam Jones.
Something goes wrong. Let's analyze
Take a look
it.
right here. Watch the extension. Okay, look where his face is.
Man, he knows right there he's going too fast. Look him hold it. He's trying to slow down the rotation. He knows he can't wait too long. He has to get, look at the core strength of the Pasher. Putting his feet on, he's just trying to get the back end down. Oh, what do you do?
But watch at this point. He's still just kind of shoulder and chest goes into the seat.
Oh no, that is
3 being held onto by Davey Johnson.
Oh boy, there's the ride of a light lip lever. So that makes it about 40 times harder to actually get yourself around. As you can see, that's all upper body. Yeah, there's no flip levers there. That is all, he's using his face to get that motorcycle around. That's a creative way to get it done. But the
check out that podium.
That's some hitters right there.
Just think about what just happened here. Your podium in 2019 for best trick.
Feet pegs. So there's these seat cutouts. You can't go to your local sportsmanship dealer and get a motorcycle with those seat holes. You got to be good at this to have them. And you can see he puts his trust in a little bit of grip tape and those fox gloves, and he puts those feet as far behind him as he can. Again, like you said in the
eye contact.
Oh, that's as good as you can get out of that. Look at how are you toying with this?
Look at how he just lawn darts himself. His body's completely parallel to the ground, and he's looking over at the crowd right there.
If you're going to stretch that far, you got to pin it, brother.
What in the heck is going on here?
I love
Hands come off first in the front flip, then you've got the right foot.
Cool style.
I mean, you're not even holding on to the bike.
You know what that is? That's a no-handed candy bar. Think about it.
You know what?
Think about it. Whatever. But this man is hungry. This man wants to win. And the height of this trick has claimed careers. This trick has taken a catastrophe on people, and he has the audacity to take his hands off at that height, spot his landing. Can you name a better big...
The front tire dab. This one will give you a real good look at it right here.
What extension. Look.
Watch the yank. Once he gets back on,
his feet's kind of looking for the pedal or for the other peg. Cranks it, just putting all the juice he can into the back wheel. Hoping
for the hands on the hips on this one. The hands just kind of stayed off to the side.
It's still kind of a cool trick in that. Like, it's sort of it's a flatland trick. You ever see when they do the spins where one foot's on the handle?
It was the 3rd place, and then he stepped it up last year and walked out of here with the big win. Look at this, everybody.
I mean, you snap your neck back, it doesn't get any better than that. He loses line of sight, which means he makes the variation. More important than the spin, which is something the judges...
First spin that thing, and it all just came apart. What sort of apparatus is going on to? You're not supposed to be able to rotate your bars all the way around like that on a dirt bike, ladies and gentlemen.
What kind of detangler can you make the mechanism work with brake? You could be the best freestyler in the world, which he's kind of proven.
So watch so heel clicker, and then it's almost like he's trying to kick back a little bit because he doesn't put the feet right back on, almost like he wants to go into a Superman.
Yeah, and I don't see any as it could possibly be. And Adam, the problem with Adam's riding, he makes it look too good. But realize, it's supposed to look easy. It's supposed to look smooth. That extension and that background should be everybody's Christmas card this year. But nonetheless, how amazing was that trick? I mean,